Yes, in servlets there are two more concepts, filters and listeners. I'll handle this some other time. For now, I am moving into JSPs. And those
Okay.
filters and listeners are in no way related to JSPs as of now. So there is nothing issue in understanding the JSPs. Okay.
Okay.
JSP technology is used to create web applications like servlet technology. You can see here. So like servlets, which we have done some web applications, JSPs also are used to perform the same kind of web applications. So it can be thought of as an extension to the servlet because it provides more functionality than servlet, such as expression language, JSTL, etc. So these things we will see in our upcoming sessions. Expression language, JSTL, these kind of things.
Okay.
So along with, JSPs will have these additional things. JSPs, so JSP stands for Java Server Pages. I write here. A JSP contains HTML code and the JSP tags. So JSP page will be having both HTML as well as JSP tags. JSP tags in the sense Java related thing. So the JSP pages are easier to maintain than servlets. So easier to maintain than servlets because we can separate designing and development. So this is the thing with JSPs. So for example, if you look our servlets, in our servlets, servlet is a Java code, right?
Right.
In that Java code, by using printwriter, printwriter.println, we are creating a web page.
Yes. Yeah.
So over there, we don't have a separate segregation between the Java code and HTML code.
Yeah.
Whereas with JSP, we can segregate them.
Okay.
Separate designing part and development part. We are separating them in tags, JSP tags we say. So this provides some additional features such as expression language, custom tags, etc. We will see this. What this expression language, we call it as EL. So I write here EL. In short, it is EL, expression language. Once we are comfortable with the JSP basics, what it contains, all those basics are done using this expression language in a very short way. That is what expression language is. So those parameters, attributes, which we have seen in servlets can be seen in JSPs also. Advantage of JSP over servlet. So extension to servlet. So JSP is an extension to the servlet technology. We can use all the features of servlet in a JSP. So whatever the things we have seen in servlets are used in JSP also. In addition to, we can use implicit objects. So we will see what these implicit objects are. Implicit objects are 9. Those 9 objects are automatically available to JSPs. We don't need to create.
Okay.
And they are, for example, request, response, session, application. I believe all these 4 are familiar with you, right?
Yeah.
Request, response, session and
Yes.
application. Application is nothing but servlet context. Okay.
Yes.
So along with that, exception. We have exception, page context, config. Okay.
Okay.
So 7. So request response, session, application, config, then exception, page context. Two more things. We will see them. Okay.
Okay.
Then predefined tags. So there are predefined tags. We will be using them. Then expression language, EL, a separate language that is valid only in JSPs. Of course, you can control it with the help of another tag, whether expression language is available to JSPs or not. I mean, you can enable and disable. Okay.
Okay.
So these custom tags in JSP that makes JSP development easy. So writing for loops, while loop, accessing parameter values with the JSP tags becomes easy. We will use that by example.
All right.
So along with Servlet, we have many extensions and additional things that are valid in JSPs and that would make ease of development in developing web applications. Easy to maintain. So JSP can be easily managed because we can easily separate our business logic with the presentation logic. So here, what do you mean by business logic and presentation logic? In your servlets, if you observe, we were writing business logic in the servlet doGet method, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Likewise, we were able to create a web page in the servlet in the doGet method, right?
Okay.
Right.
So here, the business logic as well as presentation logic. Presentation logic is nothing but the HTML code.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
can separate them. I'll show you by example how we are separating them.
Okay.
Okay.
Servlet, we mix our business logic with the presentation logic. That's what the Java code and HTML code are mixed up. Whereas here we can separate. So the
Okay.
thing is, JSPs can be only maintained for presentation purpose. We can write the Java code, business logic inside the JSP. Still, we can push the JSP code, Java code to some other layers, business logic layers. When we see model, so I mean to say MVC architecture.
Yeah.
I write here. MVC. We will see it in our upcoming sessions once we are completely done with the JSPs. Model,
Okay.
view,
View and control.
controller. So we will see this in this. These are three components. Model, view, controller. View is nothing but the HTMLs are JSPs for us.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, which
Okay.
means which you would see on our web application, which we use to interact with the web application. Those are nothing but HTML pages and JSP pages. Controller is nothing but servlet. Servlet is going to control this model as well as view. Model is nothing but the beans which you have seen. An example we have seen, right? Bean. Nothing but a Java class with setters and getters. We call it as Pojo actually. Pojo. Pojo or bean means the same. That is plain old Java object.
Oh. Okay.
Didn't I say about Pojo when I taught about bean?
No.
No. Then I make a note here.
Okay.
So bean. So bean can be referred to as Pojo. Pojo means plain old Java object. That is nothing but,
Okay.
I write an example also here. Employee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Class employee which we worked with private members, okay, private
Yes.
members
Mm-hmm.
and setters,
And getters.
getters, and if possible, constructor also.
Yes.
These all together. So I mean, this is a class. By using this class, we can create objects. So bean objects we
Yes.
create. Those bean objects are nothing but pojos we say. Okay.
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 So we generally write, I mean, consider the beans as model as well as business logic also. Your web application always has a business logic, business validations. Those business logic nothing but represented by model.
Okay.
Got it? So
Got it.
model view controller. So here you can see business logic is represented by model and your view is represented by JSPs. It means business logic and JSP, I mean to say view are separated.
Yes. Okay.
That is why MVC is popular. It means independently they
Yeah.
can be developed. So business logic model can be assigned to programmers. View can be assigned to web designers. It's HTML,
Of
right?
course.
So
Yes.
there will be a
Right.
web designer experts and controllers. Of course, again it can be assigned to programmers.
Yeah.
That is what
Okay.
servlets, right?
Right.
Right.
Right. Yes. Fast development. So if JSP page is modified, we don't need to redeploy the project.
Okay.
It means restarting the server, those kind of things. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the servlet code needs to be updated and recompiled if you want to change the look and feel of the application. It means your web pages are developed in servlet using the printer object, right? How all those things, right?
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes. So you modify your HTML code inside the servlet. Yes. Hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Hello. Hearing you not
Hello. Can you hear me?
your voice is
Yeah.
kind of
Hello. Can you hear me now?
yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Let me continue. Yes. Shall I continue?
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. So I'm talking about with the servlets if you modify the HTML content, HTML design, then those servlets are to be updated and recompiled. You need to, because it's a Java class, so you need to recompile them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's about features of advantage of JSP over servlet and life cycle of a JSP page. So with servlets we have seen life cycle of servlets, right? So what are
Yes.
the
Right.
life cycle of servlet? You tell me what is the first step?
Init.
I want it in detail. Of course, I agree. Init, service, just try are the life cycle methods. So what happens with a servlet right from the beginning to last? Can you please explain me those steps?
Okay. The servlet is initialized with init.
How servlet gets
Within the,
initialized? How servlet gets initialized? How servlet gets determined, identified? I want right from that.
oh, um, the servlet class
Yes.
is initialized by requesting.
Okay. Initialized. First of all, servlet has to be identified, right? Then you can
Yes.
go for initialization. I want how it gets identified first. Are you able to catch my question?
Yes, I understand your question.
Yes, I want that. How servlet gets identified?
Hmm.
I don't know why you are thinking. Look there. I opened the notepad which I shared you on 21st September. I was expecting these steps from you. Are you able to get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you tell me how servlet get identified.
So do you want us to read this?
No, if you read this, I just gave you a clue that I already explained and I am expecting this thing. Now I want you in your own words. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Now let me know. That's it. I scrolled down. Now you cannot read even.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. First of all, when, for example, you in the browser you typing your URL, first of all,
Right.
it determine which servlet is logging
Okay.
in or servlet
Okay.
is being typing in. So after determining the servlet,
Who
then
is going to determine the servlet? And how?
you
Particularly. URL you give.
the URL
And now who is going to determine?
who is going to determine.
Yes.
Because in the URL there is the servlet name, and then
Yeah, of
it's
course. Is there a servlet name in the URL?
the URL. I mean, in the Web XML there
Right.
is
In the Web XML, yes.
yeah, and then when it's determine the servlet.
No. In the Web XML, in the URL, what is the link with the URL and Web XML now?
On the mapping in
Yes,
the
on the mapping, particularly with which element?
URL
Okay,
pattern.
right. URL, complete term.
Pattern. The
URL
URL pattern.
pattern.
Yes.
Right, absolutely. Now, who is
Yeah.
going to look this URL pattern in Web XML?
Is that the request we put in?
Okay, we put the request and who is going to determine, who is going to map this URL pattern to the servlet name and servlet class?
The
Who is going
container.
to do this activity?
Okay.
The
Yes,
container.
web container. Absolutely. Right. Now, you got the URL pattern mapping, then you continue.
Yes. After getting the URL pattern, let's see. Then the servlet can be initialized.
Servlet can be initialized. How servlet can be determined? You got the URL pattern. Particularly, I am talking about those elements tags.
Okay, and then after getting the URL pattern, we can have the URL name in the Web
Okay.
Xml.
Ah.
By getting that name, it can be the name can be can find the class. I mean the servlet class
Yes, yes,
by
yes,
getting
absolutely.
the
Right,
path,
absolutely.
the path of
Find the
it,
class.
the package in it. Yeah, the packaging where the
Right,
servlet is
right,
created.
right. Next.
After that, and when it gets the name already, then it can be initialized.
Right, that class would be
Yeah.
initialized. Before initialization, something happens.
Before initializing.
Something happens. I don't want you to skip even a single thing over
Okay.
there because that is the heart of servlets functionality.
Okay.
Before initialization, something happens. Okay, we got the class now. What
Mm-hmm.
happens now after knowing the class?
It must determine the protocol. Where
What
is
protocol?
HTTP?
No, not that one. We are
Okay.
dealing with HTTP servlets itself. So no need to
Yeah.
get HTTP thing particularly here.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a class, Java class, what will you do? Before initialization, something should happen. You cannot directly initialize a class, Java class.
We construct it first.
What do you construct?
I think you get a request.
Yes, we got a request. Fine.
With parameters.
Okay. Okay, let me tell you. So before initialization, the class has to be loaded into the memory. That's what class gets loaded, then gets initialized. Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
After initialization, now you continue.
After initialization, then we get in the business logic
Right.
by using the do get or do post
Okay.
methods, where we can actually determine what we want our class to do, our servlet to do.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, of course, inside we can include some presentation logic, which are HTML functions,
Okay.
and
Okay. Okay.
after that, we can destroy. I mean, the servlet can be destroyed
Okay.
by using the
So it
destroy
is do
method,
right. Do get do post. Whatever you are saying, it is service, right?
the service method. Yeah.
So then destroy. Right. Absolutely. So like servlet life cycle, JSP also has life cycle stages. Now we are browsing through those life cycle stages.
Mm-hmm.
So do remember whatever the JSP we are writing,
Mm-hmm.
finally it is going to convert into servlet. So here you can see the JSP pages follow these phases. Translation of a JSP phase. JSP gets converted into servlet. Okay, translation we say.
Okay.
Compilation of JSP. So once it gets converted into class, then it gets compiled, right? We need to compile.
Yes.
So class file is loaded into the class loader here. So same thing here. So to compile, the class loader, I mean the class Java class should be loaded.
Okay.
Then instantiation, creating an object for it. Even with servlet also you need to initialize, you need to embed this point. You skipped this point. Loading, instantiation, then initialization. With servlet also. Okay.
Okay.
So then initialization. With servlet initialization is done with init init method. Whereas with JSPs there will be a method called JSP init. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It is invoked by the container, of course. This one. And request processing. So with servlet we have seen service method. Whereas here underscore JSP service it is. Do remember underscore JSP service it is. Service method.
Okay.
And here this JSP service method also invoked by the container.
Yeah. Okay.
Destroy the JSP. Underscore JSP destroy it is. Okay.
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 So if you observe right from here, all these are the similar methods or stages in servlet, right?
Right.
So that's what your JSP gets a translation to servlet.
Servlet, yeah.
Okay. It converts into a servlet. I'll show you the converted servlet also by example. Here JSP init, JSP service and JSP destroy are the life cycle methods of the JSP. And do remember it is underscore JSP service.
Yes.
Okay.
And these methods are invoked by the web container. We are not going to invoke.
Yes.
Then we can see here. I can see here. So there is a client. So here, which is requesting, and that request goes to a JSP. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So JSP translator is going to convert this JSP into a class, Java class, servlet, nothing but .java file.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about the lifecycle phases with a diagram here. Okay, got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Then it's a Java class, so it has to be compiled. So compiler will generate a .class file then. Because it's a Java class, so .class file generates. Okay, class file, okay? Then JRE, I mean to say JRE is going to create a servlet object for this.
Oh.
It's a servlet, right? Servlet object, okay?
Yeah.
Then it develops the content, dynamic content as the response. JSPs are to develop dynamic web pages. Dynamic web content can be developed with the help of JSPs. That is the advantage of JSPs. This dynamic content development we will see by example soon. Dynamically, the response would be generated based upon the request type. Okay.
Okay.
And response is given back to the client here.
Excuse me, sir. This JSP translator, is it done inside or we have to code it or?
No. This happens internally. We are going to code JSP, that's it.
Okay.
We are going to write JSP only. This translator, everything happens internally in the server.
Okay.
Web container takes that. Web containers responsibility is to perform these things.
Okay.
So it means the burden on the programmer is reduced, right? Further.
Okay.
Okay. So let me create a simple example. So of course this directory structure also I have shown you with the picture here. When I thought about servlets, write this one. This is very important to you. Sometimes they may ask you in the interview to draw the web application architecture. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you see in web contents, we can write JSPs. Of course,
Yeah.
HTML we have been writing web content. Likewise, we write JSPs now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me create one JSP. Hello world JSP. I'm going to create. Right click. Go for new dynamic web project. So I say hello world JSP demo. Okay.
Okay.
Web
Okay.
modules 2.5. Next. Finish. Let me expand this. Okay. And of course, Web XML we have. So in Hello World JSP, in web content, I am going to create one Hello World JSP page. My intention is to display a Hello World message. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
So you can see there is JSP file here. Choose this. And give a name here. Hello World JSP. Okay. Extension is optional. As we have already chosen JSP page in the wizard, you don't need to give extension, it automatically gives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for next. You can see here, use JSP template that is available with the Eclipse. Use as it is. Then finish. Yes, observe here. You can observe there are few things. Okay. HTML, head, title, body. These are the things related to HTML, right?
Right.
Right.
So documentation type comment. So this is necessary for your JSPs as well as HTMLs. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can see here something angular base, percent, symbol, page. So actually this is known as directive. Page directive we see. We will explore what these directives are soon.
You said
So it
developer?
says directive. I write here. Directives. Okay.
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 This is a comment in JSP. This thing. Angular brace, exclamatory mark, 2 hyphens, write your text, then close it with hyphens and angular brace. You can generate this comment automatically by giving a shortcut key. So what I have done is, yes, whatever the text you write, I mean whatever the thing you want to comment, select it, Control, Shift, and a forward slash.
Okay.
Okay.
So I write here a comment. Control plus Shift
Let's shift.
plus forward slash. shortcut key.
Okay.
So here, so this directive, what the directive says is, what this directive says? This directive says something about the JSP page to the web container. What that something is. The language that is used in JSP is Java language. And the content type present in the JSP is text by HTML. And it supports character sets, some IS4, some code, some standard. And page encoding also is supported according to this standard. Got it?
Got it.
So it is saying about these things to server.
Okay.
So there are three types of directives. Page directive, include directive, and another we will explore them. Okay. Fine. Yes, I am putting the title here. Okay. I say my first JSP page is the title. Okay.
Yeah.
And here I say in the body H1 tag I write
Hello.
hello world, welcome to JSP. That's it. It's simple text I have written inside headers and in body. Okay.
Okay.
I'm done with my JSP. Now I'm going to execute this. Right click, run as, run on server. Next. Finish. The server is starting. Yes, I got it. You can see JSP's writing is very simple.
Yeah.
Whereas servlets, we have done something like class extending HTTP servlet, then write something in doGet or do post. So in doGet, print writer we got, we have set this response content type, then they created a web page, then I have put this hello world message. I didn't do all these things with JSP. I just mentioned a header tag and it is getting displayed.
Okay.
And the title here you can see my first JSP page.
Yeah.
So the thing is the title I mentioned here in my JSP page, this one, my first JSP. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so let me, yes, welcome to JSPs. So here you can see how the request URL is. Of course, the same HTTP localhost 8070 till this. This talks about the server running on port. And next thing talks about the web application name.
Yeah.
Next talks about the URL string, URL path to the resource. That is nothing but URL pattern.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me open the Web XML. There is nothing in the Web XML as of now. Servlet mapping, those kind of things.
Okay.
Now, hello world.jsp is my JSP name. I told you that it goes to translation phase first. Translation phase is the JSP file being converted to servlet, a Java class. Translation phase. Do remember, very important. Translation phase.
Okay.
And let me show you that generated servlet for our hello world JSP. Okay. It would be in our workspace, same workspace. This is our workspace. JSP demos. Hello world JSP, better say. This one. This is the application, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Expand this.
Oops.
It's not here. Get into metadata. And okay, metadata, plugins, and here it would be server core. Server core. I'm just trying to find out that.
There you go.
No, not this, another folder. Yes,
There.
temp 0, then work Catalina localhost hello world JSP. Look here, hello world JSP
Okay.
or Apache JSP. Observe here, hello world underscore JSP dot Java is the.
Yeah.
Servlet. Okay, that's clear.
Let me open this. And here I can see hello world underscore JSP dot Java.
Okay.
I mean, hello world is our JSP name. For this underscore JSP is added and a .java file is generated. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For this Java file is nothing but it has classes. So let us browse through. So here you can see hello world JSP. I mean our JSP, right?
Yes.
Right.
This is the class and it is a final class to remember. No one can
Okay.
inherit it. Okay. I mean this is
Yeah.
automatically generated by Eclipse. I mean to say not Eclipse, web container. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, web container.
It is extending r.apache Jasper runtime HTTP JSP base.
Yeah.
Some class.
Mm-hmm.
Implementing some interface also. JSP source dependent.
That's
We don't need to
yeah.
bother about these two things.
Mm-hmm.
We need to look into a few things like, so this is my class and here you can see class begins red color brace.
Mm-hmm.
Class closes down. Okay. All
Yes.
things
Yeah.
are present inside the class. We will browse through those things now. So
Okay.
here if you observe here,
Mm-hmm. JSP init.
it
Okay.
means initialization method, init method,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it begins here and closes down here immediately. Okay.
Okay.
It has some code. As of now, you can ignore that code. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And JSP destroy this one.
Yeah.
Okay. For now, it
Okay.
is empty. Okay.
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 And I told you underscore JSP service.
Service. Yeah.
Even this JSP init as well as JSP destroy also has an underscore at the beginning.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So underscore JSP service. So it has two arguments. Request, that is nothing but HTTP select request, and it is
Yes.
also
Yeah.
a final.
Okay.
Response, that is HTTP select response, and it is also final. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it can throw IO exception or select exception, similar to the exceptions which you have seen with
In
a
sub.
servlet.
Wait. Yeah.
So in this JSP service, look at the code. It begins somewhere down, somewhere it closes. Okay.
Okay.
So here you can see some code. We will try. So here you can see page context, some components. Session, okay.
Okay.
Session
Yeah.
is nothing but HTTP session which we are aware of.
Yeah.
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 Application is nothing but servlet context.
Yes.
Mhm.
Config is nothing but servlet config.
Yep.
Out is nothing but JSP writer.
Writer.
Like print
Mhm.
writer in
Yeah.
our servlets. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And page. Page is nothing but the object. Java lang object.
Okay.
Okay.
And JSPX out something. JSPX page context something. Ignore this. I am
Okay.
highlighting these things
Mm.
which we will be using and which
Mhm.
you are familiar with, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
These things you are familiar with particularly.
Yes.
And of course, this also you are familiar. Java lang object, we call it as page here.
Page. Okay.
So these are nothing but implicit objects, these things.
Okay.
We'll explore these implicit objects soon.
Config.
All right.
And here, try catch block. Observe here in try catch block somewhere response.set content type. Okay, these things.
Yeah, content type. Mhm.
So how did we get this? In our JSP, with a page directive, content type is here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The same
Okay.
thing. So
Yeah. Got it.
I mean, web container is going to write this code, response.set content type, this thing.
Okay.
Okay. Then if you observe the page context here, page context which was created, now it is assigned, I mean, it is getting an object from JSPX factory get page context. This is nothing but current class object,
Mm.
request, response, and some parameters. These are getting initialized now. As of now, they are null, right? Got it? So JSP has page context also got page context. Then application, servlet context. So page context dot get servlet context. Config, page context dot get servlet config. Session, page context dot get session. Out, page context dot get out.
Yeah.
Printer, I mean print writer kind of thing.
Okay.
Got it?
Get
It
it.
means these implicit objects are getting initialized here. And all this code was written by web container for us.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
And if you observe our JSP page particularly. So I written something in comment here. Right?
Right.
Even this also you can see here. Out.println, that is out.write. So some message I have written, a comment, right? And document type HTML code, this thing. Document type, this thing, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And likewise out.write HTML head, some metadata kind of thing, title, my first JSP page, got it?
Yes.
Got it.
Closing the head.
Then head closing, body open, and inside the body I have written the message.
Yes.
And body close, HTML close. Okay.
Yeah.
While performing these things, if some exception occurs, catch that exception, .lang throwable,
Okay.
and of course some try catch mechanism here, and finally block. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what your JSP is going to convert into a servlet Java class at the time of translation phase.
Okay.
Okay.
Then just let me close this. And here this hello world underscore JSP.java will be generated in this Spark. You can see this Spark. In your workspace, metadata there will be one folder. In that plugins and here WST server core is one folder. Inside it temp0 work Catalina, localhost, then your project name and your JSP. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
You don't need to actually remember this part. If you want, you can refer to this like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, if you remember, then you can simply get into your workspace. Observe
Yeah.
here. This is my workspace. This is my workspace.
Mm-hmm.
This is my workspace. Open it. You know your JSP page name, right? Hello
Yes.
world JSP, right? It is.
Yeah.
Write your hello world JSP page here. U underscore JSP dot Java. You know that
And
servlet would be in this name.
okay.
Then you can find it like this if you want.
All right.
Okay, if you don't remember the path.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's yes. JSP API. Yes, look here. The JSP API contains two packages. Java Servlet JSP, Java Servlet JSP tag extension. Okay.
Okay.
So Java Servlet JSP generally has these two things, two components, that is interfaces. That is JSP page, HTTP JSP page.
Yes.
Like in our servlets, generic servlet and HTTP servlet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here also HTTP JSP page and JSP page. And
Okay.
the classes present here are JSP writer, page context, JSP factory, JSP engine information, JSP exception, JSP error.
Yeah.
We will study these JSP error exception in our upcoming sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
And servlet container, I have been telling web container. So web server is nothing but web container, I told.
Yes.
Particularly with the Tomcat, we refer to it as web container, not web server. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In web container, there will be a servlet container which will hold servlet objects, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Likewise, we have JSP container also,
Okay.
which will hold JSP pages.
JSP pages.
All right.
Likewise, we have JSP engine, which will take care of JSPs.
Okay. Okay.
Then, so JSP page interface, I mean this one, or this one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
According to JSP specification, all the generated servlet classes must implement the JSP page interface. So if you observe, so your server class that is generated for your JSP, it has to implement this JSP page. Okay? JSP
Okay.
page interface. It extends the servlet interface and it provides two lifecycle.
Methods. Yes.
That is, so here you can see JSP page is extending servlet. Suppose
Okay.
HTTP JSP page is further extending JSP page. And
Yeah.
those methods are JSP init and JSP destroy. So JSP init, like init method, is invoked only once during the life cycle of the JSP.
Mm-hmm.
When the JSP page is requested first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is used to perform initialization, same as init method seen in servlet interface.
Yeah.
to destroy, so to clean up the resources. So it is also invoked only once.
Yeah.
And the JSP, that is, before the JSP page gets destroyed, JSP destroy method is invoked.
Yes.
So perform cleanup operation.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just highlight.
Okay.
Then HTTP JSP page is having that service method. Do remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is invoked each time when the request of the JSP page comes to the container.
Yes. Like.
And it is used to process the request.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The underscore signifies that you cannot override this method.
Method. Okay.
Of course, we don't override. We generally override. What is that? In servlets, they do get do post methods, right?
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Whereas here, we are going to write the Java code here inside the JSP by using some tags. We will explore those tags.
Okay.
Fine. So scripting tag. So here we are studying the various tags that are available, basic tags, and why these tags are
Right.
used, we will see. So I have been saying that we can write Java code inside a JSP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That Java code is written using these tags. So if you observe here, there are three tags.
Mm-hmm.
We call them as scripting elements.
All right.
They are scriptlets, expressions, declarations. Three things.
Definition.
Okay,
Okay.
scripting elements we say. So I write here. Scripting elements. Among them, one, that is JSP scriptlet tag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will see what it is, how to write, where to write. Okay.
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 So in JSP, Java code can be written inside this JSP page using scriptlet tags.
Okay.
So the scripting elements, that's what I told you. Scripting elements are three. I just mentioned one among these. Okay. This
Yeah.
scriptlet tag, expression, declaration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So here, a scriptlet tag is used to execute Java source code in JSP. And how do we write that is angular brace, percent symbol, and some Java code, then close it with a percent and angular brace.
Okay.
Okay.
And you need to remember the syntax how to write these tags.
All right.
So this is the syntax for scriptlet. I mean the thing which I am selecting with angular brace, percent,
Mm-hmm.
Java code, and close that using percent angular brace. Opening tag, close tag.
Okay.
So
All
this is
right.
opening tag and this is close tag. Whenever I say tag, they have opening and closing tags, right?
Yeah.
Right. So here you can see I will use the Java code here to print the hello world message
Okay.
in my JSP. I just mentioned the body tag and this one, right?
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing I can put it inside a Java code here. I have cut it. and you can see I am writing the Java code inside body, inside header. I can do that, of course. out out dot println out dot, okay, I need to write this at this one, or else
Yeah.
I don't get the suggestions. So I'm going to write Java code, right? Out dot println. Println are right. There are two both methods. Okay. I put here. Got it.
Got it.
And of course, in this scripting tag, whenever we are writing Java code, do remember our Java statements to be terminated by semicolon, of course. Okay.
Yes.
I saved it. Now I am going to my web browser. Now I am going to execute this. Okay.
Okay.
So let me make another change here. I just put these 3 hyphens to differentiate the previous output and this output. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I refresh this, and this is now came from Java code, right?
Okay.
Right.
So Java code is written in these scripting tags. One among them is scriptlet.
Okay.
So let us study the other two things also. Okay. I close this. Open expression tag. Yes. So expression tag. The code placed within the expression tag is written to the output stream of the response. So whatever you are writing with expressions goes into the response. Okay.
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 So you need to write out.print method to write the data. Out.println.
Oh, okay.
And it is mainly used to print the values of the variables or methods. Generally, we use expression to write something, and that something may be values of the variables, methods. Okay.
Okay.
And after there, how do we do that? Syntax: angular base %. Here, additionally, there will be an equals sign. Please do remember. It is
Okay.
similar to scripting element. Expression will be having an equal sign. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And another thing to be noted, here you will be writing Java statements, right? Java code.
Yeah.
That Java code does not need a semicolon at the end.
A semicolon. Yeah.
And I write here now. Yes, I'll write. I will display the current time. Okay.
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 So java.util calendar.get instant.get time. Okay.
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 Let me do that. So here I write a break tag so that in next line it comes. Okay. Next line. So
Yeah.
here I need % equals. Okay. And
Okay.
java.util calendar.get instance.get time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I write here current time is. Okay. And if you observe, there is no semicolon.
Okay.
With expressions, don't need to put a semicolon. I will show you reason why. Okay. Now let me execute this.
Okay.
I go to my first page. I just refresh. I got my current time.
Yeah. So what's the reason again for not putting the semicolon?
Sorry, come again.
What's the reason of excluding the semicolon over there?
Yes. Reason, I'll show you soon.
Oh, all right.
And as we are done this, then declaration. So declaration. So how do we declare and what we declare? So here the JSP declaration tag is used to declare some fields or methods. So in Java code we need to write some variables and methods, right?
Right.
Those things we do inside this declaration tag. And observe here, the code written used inside this declaration is placed outside the service method of auto-generated servlet. This is a very important thing. So we know that the JSP page gets translated and converted into Servlet. In Servlet there are service method, and then out of that service method there are variables, right? Members and methods, right?
Yeah.
Out of these three things, scripting elements, scriptlet, expression, declaration. Each thing where it goes and fall into this servlet is a very important thing. Finally, JSP is going to convert into servlet, right?
Right.
Yes.
My JSP page may be having declarations, expression, as well as scriptlet also. Three things. Where do these three things fall into the converted servlet? Is very important to us. I'll show you where they fall, and I'll explain you. Okay.
Okay.
One thing is sure, inside the declaration, whatever you are doing, it is going to fall outside the service method. Here I can see outside the service method. Okay.
Okay.
And the syntax, how you write a declaration. So with the declaration, you can see same angular base %, but you have an exclamatory mark.
Yeah.
And closing with % and angular base.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
So let me give one declaration. And let me do that inside my. So here inside the body tag, I am writing a declaration. And I am commenting it, of course. Yes, sorry. Yes, declaration. And of course, declaration, and here this is an example for scripting element, like we say scriptlet. And this is an example for expression, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And here I go for declaration. So declaration, brace and exclamatory mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So I display int count. So over there you can see we need to give a semicolon over there. It's Java code, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll display that counter variable here. So to display that, we generally write expressions. To display something, we always write expressions. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I write here the account value is, okay,
Yeah.
Int.
and of course you can write a break tag, of course, here. Okay, I save it.
Okay.
I save it. Now I go for my first JSP page. I refresh it. Refreshing it, nothing but we are generating a request. Okay.
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 And you can see the count value is 0.
0.
Okay. So that is the declaration. So, I mean, I declared something and I declared I'm showing its value. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now fine. We are done with all the three scripting elements, right?
Right.
Right.
Now let us see the generated servlet. Yes. Observe. I have opened that hello world underscore JSP.java. Okay.
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 Observe here. This is the class generated class servlet, and the count variable whatever I have declared. You can see here, right? Int count equals to
Yeah.
0. So if you
Absolutely.
observe
Yes.
there, this count variable is falling outside the service method, right? Service method opens,
Yeah.
closes here.
Definitely.
Okay.
It is falling outside the service method, and it is
Yeah.
becoming a variable inside a class, right? Member in the class.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
variable inside the class. Okay, got it?
Got it.
So one
Got it.
I write here, in my hello world JSP declaration, I write here will fall outside of
Service.
service method, and it becomes a variable inside the generated JSP page, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay, I save it. So whatever the things you are going to write inside the declaration will fall out of the service method, and it becomes the class members. Okay. Suppose I declare a
Okay.
method, assume I declare a method here,
Mm-hmm.
like void do something. Okay, got it?
Got it.
Got it.
And I do something here. Assume I do something here. Do statements. Okay. It
Okay.
means what happens inside my JSP here? A method will be declared, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It means it becomes parallel to service method, right?
Right.
Right.
Right. Then I say this. Okay. And let us look into the other things in JSP. Count and destroy service method. Let us see if I have service method. Service method,
Right.
you can see um, whatever the comments we are going to write, they are falling inside the service method. One thing, right? So I'm highlighting few things. So comments, I write here. JSP comments fall inside service method. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then observe here the count value which I am printing. is nothing but an expression, right?
Right.
Yes.
Let me show you in JSP page. Count value which I am printing. This one. This is an expression.
Yes.
Yes.
So expression, where did it fall? Inside the service method, right?
Right.
Right.
So expression, I write here, expression will fall inside the
Service
service
method.
method.
Hmm.
Then likewise, okay, welcome message is also a expression or not expression. Now it is scriptlet.
Scripted. Yeah.
Okay.
This one with a semicolon at the end.
Hmm.
Observe,
Yes.
this is also falling inside
Inside the service
service
method.
method. I just copy this. Okay, and observe
Okay.
my scriptlet is having a semicolon at the end, right?
Right.
Right.
Observe here. Observe here. So, hello world, welcome JSPs. Welcome JSPs. Then, and look at the expression. I mean expression current time. This one. This one. We didn't put a semicolon at the end, right? Current
Right.
time.
Right.
Observe here. Out.println. Sorry, out.println print. Observe here. Observe here. Java.util.calendar.get instance, and this java.util.get calendar, this one, observe there where this Java code, Java piece of code is falling inside the converted servlet. It is becoming the thing argument to this print out.print, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you put a semicolon here, what happens? A semicolon goes here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Valid. If a semicolon comes here, is it valid?
No. Must
So
go
semicolon should be outside.
outside.
Because
Yes.
outside it is automatically generated. And so
Oh.
here we don't put a semicolon.
Mm.
Oh,
So
okay.
expressions, whatever you write, they fall inside out.print as an argument here.
Okay.
That is why we don't put a semicolon. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right. Absolutely. And this also will fall inside the service method.
Yes.
Now, if you observe with three scripting elements, declaration falls out of the service method, and they become the members of the class generated servlet. Okay.
Yeah.
Second, the scriptlet as well as the expression falls inside the service method. Okay.
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 And I would like to highlight the implicit objects. I told you, right? There are 9 implicit objects.
Yeah.
Those implicit objects are valid in service method only. We will explore these implicit objects by example soon. As of now, I am just highlighting one point that there are implicit objects with JSP which are automatically available to JSP pages. We don't need to create them. If you observe, I just use out.println, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Did I create such out object here?
You didn't.
No. It means out is an implicit object which is automatically available to my JSP.
Yes. Definitely.
So these out object, I mean to say implicit objects, are valid in service method. It means they are available to service method.
Oh,
Means
okay.
you can use them with these two things. Got it?
Got it.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So I'm done with the scripting elements. Now I'm just doing a thing like the init method, service method, destroy method. So init method would be called once and service method would be called n number of times, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So here I have a count variable, right? Count 0 inside the
Yes.
declaration. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Yes.
inside a scriptlet, I am going to write, so here, so a break tag here, I am going to write a scriptlet. So incrementing the counter, okay.
Okay.
So I write here count plus plus, okay, semicolon at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I am going to display that counter count here. How to display? We need an expression to display, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Count. Somewhere I tried displaying it. Here I tried displaying, right? So let me cut
Yes.
this and let me use this.
Yes.
Here I do. Okay.
Okay.
Now fine. And I have done now. Now let me explain this. I mean to say, let me just a minute. Let me print here a message. Here a message. Okay. Count plus plus and the counter. The count value after incremented after increment is nothing but this count value, and let me execute this. I am executing this. Refresh. Observe the count value after increment is 1. Okay.
Okay.
And of course the current date, time, everything here. Okay. Now observe.
Yeah.
I am going to refresh it. Observe carefully. The count value after increment is 1. Now I am going to make a refresh. Observe that the count increment is happening and the count is incremented to. I make third refresh. 3.
Yeah.
Fourth refresh. 4. Fifth refresh. 5. Sixth refresh. 6. Seventh refresh. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
It means 7 times I am going to refresh the page. 7 times the service method is called, right?
Right.
So this thing which is present in this scriptlet falls inside the service method, I told you.
Yes.
Service method is getting invoked, and of course the count value was 0 and it was called only once, so for the first time it was given 0, and the next, third, fourth time the count value was not incremented with initialization, with declaration here. Its value remains 0.
Yeah.
Whereas our service method is incrementing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to put focus on the declaration part and this the two other parts. I mean to say 2 other elements that would fall inside the service method. So service method would be invoked by every request.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yes. have you opened my Word files which I am supplying to you?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that also there are few samples, right? If you want, you can refer to that samples also.
Okay.
And I am closing this. Yes. Yes, observe here. There is a sample. There is an index HTML page and a welcome JSP. Okay.
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 In the index HTML page, there is a form action, and input type a button that is some name I am going to take.
Okay.
And I am going to click on submit button. And in my welcome page, I am going to display hello, welcome so and so user. Okay.
Okay.
I am doing this. So I create hello world JSP page. Inside web content I have hello world JSP. Inside web content I am creating a HTML page.
Yeah.
I say index HTML page it is. Okay.
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 Inside my index HTML page I write here index page, and inside this body tag we are familiar with the form tag, right?
Yes.
Form. So here input type text, then name
Input.
is nothing but I give name. Okay.
Yeah.
Then a break tag, then input button. Don't give button, it's submit. If you give button, action will not happen. You can make it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give submit, not button.
Mhm.
Submit, it acts as a button then. Okay.
Okay.
Value, not comma, value is submit. Okay.
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 And I need a welcome page. I'm writing a welcome page here. Welcome JSP page it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, sir. Finish. So let me give a title here. Welcome page. Welcome page. And inside this, I say the Java code. Yes, this one. I say request dot get parameter, and I give the parameter name which I am supplying here in my index page. Name. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does it give? It gives the name whatever is supplied by the user here, right?
Right. String.
Username, right?
Username.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to display that hello, welcome to Mr. So and so username. Okay. Nothing but expression.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got it.
And I can display it in header tag. Yes, got it.
Got it.
Got it.
I am executing this. Index HTML I am executing. And before executing, I need to fill this action.
Yeah.
I mean, when I click on submit button, what should happen? You have to present it in action, right? What should happen is
Yes.
it has to go to welcome JSP. Got it?
Yeah.
Previously we used to give the URL pattern. Whereas as of now, it is directly the welcome JSP. So I can give the welcome JSP directly here. Okay.
Okay.
And I am
Okay.
running this. So here, Alex. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Mr. Alex. Welcome JSP. And you can see name equals to Alex. It means what type of request it is by default?
Yeah, Alex.
Get or post?
Get.
Who
Get, of
get?
course. Get. Because I did not mention here with my index HTML,
Yeah.
if you want, you can
Yes.
mention the
Get.
method also.
Oh.
By default, it is get.
Oh.
And here I say enter your name so that it would be meaningful. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back, refresh, enter your name. Emma. Hello, welcome to Mr. Sorry, not Mr. I need to add Miss over there.
Yeah, no problem.
Fine then. This is how we write simple JSPs. And if you observe in my welcome page, with the servlets and HTML pages, we have written something in doGet method, request.get parameter, right?
Yeah.
Same code here, request.get parameter, and I passed the parameter name here. It gives a string, and I am holding that in a variable, and I am displaying it here using JSP elements.
Yeah.
Okay.
And request, if you observe, I did not create request object.
Yeah.
Yes.
So request object is available to my JSP by default.
Yeah.
So request object is implicitly available to my JSP.
Yeah.
And of course, output object also in the previous sample was implicitly available, right?
Right.
Right.
So request, response, session, application, out, page context, exception, these are implicit objects. Now, do you understand what implicit objects are?
Yeah, we understand.
Yes.
We don't need to create, container creates and use them, and they are available for our JSPs so that we can readily use them.
Okay.
Fine. So
Fine.
that's about the basic JSP elements and simple example using JSP. Now I'm turning back to servlets. I'm going to execute a simple example servlet using annotations. Okay. As you are familiar with servlets, now I am going to write a simple example using servlet annotation. So I create a dynamic web project. So some hello world servlet. Hello world annotation servlets demo. Okay.
Okay.
And observe here, dynamic web module 3, it is by default.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change to 2.5 now.
Yes.
Dynamic web module 3 version would support annotation. 1. Second is Apache Tomcat version 7 supports annotation. If you use annotations in your program, you need to go for Tomcat version 7. If you are not using annotations, even Tomcat 6 also would work.
Okay.
And it is web module 3. Observe carefully. Next. Okay. Then next. And generate Web XML. Click on this. With web modules dynamic version 3, you need to check here explicitly. Whereas the 2.5 modules, we never checked it, right? It was automatically checked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. then go for finish. Expand this web content. Of course, the directory structure remains the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Java resources, in source, I create a servlet here. Servlet, okay?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am naming a package here.
Mm.
Servlets it is. Okay. Class name,
Okay.
hello world servlet. Okay.
Okay.
And the remaining navigation wizard remains the same. So hello world servlet. So a servlet to display welcome message. Okay.
Okay.
And you can see URL mapping also remains the same. Same class name.
Okay.
If you want, you can edit it. Of course, I've shown you editing it, right?
Right.
And go for next. Same here. Do net, do get, do push, whatever it is. So
Yeah.
let me do get, and finish. Okay.
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 And observe, I got a do get method. And above the class, look here, an annotation is generated. Look at the annotation at Web Servlet. At Web Servlet. Description. Then URL patterns. You can see here, this is the URL pattern. Got it?
Okay.
And let
Okay.
me show you the Web XML now. Web XML. Web XML. There is nothing in Web XML. Previously, the URL pattern used to generate in Web XML, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And with annotation, this is the URL pattern. And this is the class. This is the class, right?
Right.
Right.
Mm.
So what my message? Okay. And here, this URL pattern we have written, I mean to say it is auto-generated for this servlet.
Yes.
So automatically this URL pattern will match with this servlet class. So on URL browser, if you use this URL pattern, automatically this class would be identified and loaded, instantiated, initialized, service, destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm executing this. Finish. Restart the server because new web application with Web XML.
Mm-hmm.
Go. I'm sorry, I did not write hello world message, right? Sorry. Yes. To write this hello world message, I'm doing here. I need print writer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Print writer
Out.
output equals to request dot get writer. Get print writer it is. No.
Writer.
Capital W.
Mm.
What happens to this? Response dot get writer. Okay, and response it is not request.
Yeah.
And out dot println out dot println a message. Okay.
Okay.
Hello world. welcome to Servlets, semicolon at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I am
Okay.
executing this, of course. I have put some code. I can directly go for refresh.
Yeah.
You didn't put it in HTML.
Yes. Actually, I don't need HTML. Still, it has to come. I re-execute this. It has to come. So let me do that response.set content type.
Mm-hmm.
Set content type. Text by HTML.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go for
Mhm.
refreshing it.
It is HTML.
Yes. Got it.
Yes. That's
The thing is, I did not construct any web page. I did not construct any web page like HTML head, body, those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It means the thing is, the version which we are using, the Servlet version as well as the Eclipse,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
that will automatically give for a plain HTML page those HTML body things. That is why my message was able to display here.
Oh.
Okay.
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 So basic
So is
principle
it
HTML.
HTML?
Sorry.
Text/L HTML?
This one, right?
Yeah.
This is HTML text.
Yes. And can you go back to the code?
To my Servlet.
Yeah.
Text.
The response
Slash.
dot set content.
This is text HTML. I'm sorry, text HTML it is.
Yeah.
Text HTML.
Why is it working? Why you did like
Wait.
a kind of
That's what the version Servlet version whatever we are using. You can see I'm making a refresh. It support by default. It supports normal text HTML. That is why
Okay.
it is. I commented it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is still executing. Even with our previous execution also it has to display, but the thing is the older do get without the hello world message was being referred to the
Yeah.
first few.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you come
now you
again?
can I close this. I am re-executing this. I commented this. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
I am re-executing this. I got the message, and you can see hello world annotation being our project name and hello world servlet being our class name. I mean, this is
Yes.
URL pattern particularly, which is similar to the class name, automatical. Now by default, if you want, you can change it. What I mean is, the servlet version whichever we are using is by default giving all those text HTML related things.
Yeah. Oh.
But we at the beginning, I did not say this automatically is given by the servlet engine because we have to learn how to construct a HTML page inside the servlet. So I
Tablets.
never told
Okay.
that it automatically gives even though you don't write the statement.
Oh. Okay.
So before we ran and it didn't work. Why?
No, the thing is before we executed it didn't run. The reason is first when I created the servlet without putting this hello world message I executed, right? I mean I forget to mention this hello world message and I executed it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It means it is empty.
Yeah, sure.
Then I put these two things. I mean, alone this thing, right?
Yes.
Alone this thing, and it was not
Yeah.
working. It was showing empty
Yeah.
because during the time of execution, it was referring to the older execution.
Yeah.
Oh.
During that time, what you have to do is you need to right click on it, clean web modules, which we have done it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Restart the server. You have, okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Now is that clear?
Yeah, it is clear.
Fine then. That's about annotations also, how to use with servlets. And for now, I am closing my session. As of now, in JSPs, do you have any doubts?
No doubts for me.
No doubts.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. About the JSP Life Cycle.
Okay.
That apart from the translation transaction from the JSP to Servlet,
Right,
then
servlet. Right.
the down part is exactly like the servlets. So I
Right,
was
absolutely.
how can we do that? How can we init the JSP init method? How do we do that?
How do you do that means
Hmm.
in a JSP page, where is my index JSP
Yes.
or what JSP I have been using?
Welcome JSP. Hmm.
Yes. Init method, you can override here.
Okay.
JSP init method here. Okay.
In,
Destroy method you can write. Destroy method you can write. I mean in this Java code related expressions, right? I mean to say in the scriptlets.
Okay.
That is Java code, right?
Right.
You can write inside this.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, I understand now.
Got it? Whereas with our servlets, we wrote that init method, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Method. So you can do that here because we can write that Java code here, and we don't write in expression. We don't write in expression because expression uh, is generally used to display something,
Yes.
and we don't write here also. I mean to say in this scriptlet as well as in this expression. Can you give reason why we don't write it in expression as well as scriptlet? These three things. The hint is
The
also available over
scriptlet,
there.
yeah, the scriptlet is in the service.
Right, absolutely. So I told you we write here, right? Which
Yes.
goes outside the service method, right?
Yeah. Declaration.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I understand. Yeah.
Fine then.
Okay.
I'm going to email you these two things
Okay.
and these two simple applications which we wrote, as well
Okay.
as annotations, Word file,
Okay.
and these
Yeah.
Word files also I emailed you. Just practice, and today evening, whether we can meet or not, give me 2 minutes, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
With you, I'm writing the timing here. 06 p.m. IST as well as 05 p.m. IST is too early for you, right? So 07 p.m. IST. What do you say?
07 IST.
p.m. IST. My time I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about this time?
So you want us to start at 5 or 6 or 7?
No, this is not possible to you because you already told that would be very early, right?
Yeah, early.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking about this time.
This one,
7 p.m. IST sounds good.
Sounds good.
For you,
And
Emma.
another thing,
It will
for
be
you both, is that okay?
6:30.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it is okay.
Or shall we make it at 7:30 to 8:30? Here the thing is, this particular class is benefit of doubt. Actually, there is a function at home actually, but still I'll try to plan. If I am not available, please adjust. We'll have tomorrow session then. I'll try to make available at this time. If not, I will give you information that I am not available.
Okay.
At 7:30. Okay. I'll pass information to Ram, and Ram would be sharing that information. If there is a class, I will join. If not, we will be having the regular session like tomorrow at 5 a.m. IST.
Okay, no worries.
Fine. And if we have, it would be a 1 hour session.
Okay.
Okay.
If not, regular time 05 a.m. IST, and tomorrow I plan for 2 hour session.
Yes.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Like today. So that we can finish at least 30% of the JSPs. 30 to 40% we can finish.
Okay.
Fine then. I'll be emailing you. Please practice them, and we shall meet if possible at 7:30 p.m. IST.
Yeah.
Okay.
7:30 p.m. IST. Okay.
All right.
All right then. See you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank you.